this one started, and off we go here in New Orleans. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. They start the drive with Cook. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, that run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
On second down, Cook. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They do go for it. Here's Allen. And escapes the sack. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Here is 3rd and quite a ways. Here's Carr to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Now Carr. He lets it go deep for Olave. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Bills are going to get the football back. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held him, they might go for it again.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Allen. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. 35. A well-executed 22 against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
33. Now Allen. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. We're scoreless after 1. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. They run it again with Kamara. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
Carr. That is held in by Michael Thomas. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 44-yard line. Here's Kamara off the draw. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Toss wide side. This is Kamara. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. 3rd down and 1. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got him the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your...
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Saints post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. They'll turn to Kamara, and he will get in to make it 8-0. touchdown. Here's Groupie to kick this one away. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. He'll get 3 of those penalty yards back here,
championship
leaving
and
him with a second and 12.
He's been able to shut all of that down. I know for him, that cost a few.
Get in here, Monica. Second and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
I would have. This is the graphic that demonstrates what age these NBA players typically hit in terms of winning championships. Because we did this a couple of weeks ago, right? Just 27, 26, just hit. What could be indicated as nothing, right?
Now Allen throwing on second down.
Playoffs and get it.
And that is going to be incomplete as he ran a bit too much.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big third down coming up.
I love to see a team in a recurring position to play deep into the postseason. But these guys, to your point, just open up their window, and this is typically the end. We see turn the corner and take it home to let it go.
How good was this combination? Cindy, let's put the full screen we have here. C12 up there. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum are the first Celtic duo to each average 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists in the finals. For these finals, Brown was slightly more efficient from the floor, shot 44% across the 5 games against the Mavericks. But I'll go back to what I said Friday when we were already crowning the Celtics 1 game prematurely. What they showed in these finals, once and for all, is that they offered a Batman and a Robin. It doesn't really matter. On to Jason Tatum, that would have been fine too. And yes, there'll come a time when maybe when we're assessing a player's career, we'll count up how many times they were the MVP of the finals. That'll matter then. But today it does not. Because most teams in the NBA have a clear-cut 1 and a clear-cut 2. They don't have that. They have 2 legitimate top-level superstars.
There are 11 votes for Finals MVP. It was 7-4 in favor of Jaylen Brown. If it had been 5-5 and if they'd split the award because Drew Holiday got the 11th vote, I wouldn't have had a problem with it. Drew Holiday could have made a case for MVP of the finals, and that's not to debate about that. It's to illustrate who this Celtics team is. And not only that, it was a brilliant series from Derek White as well. And so the fact that you had a debate about who the MVP was and there was genuine mystery in the building, on the stage, they didn't know who Adam Silver was going to say, is not controversial. It's an ode to the greatness of this team.
Do you know that thing called 50-40-90?
Yeah, of course.
You heard about that?
Yeah.
You know Drew Holiday was 50-40-96?
Yeah, nice postseason. First player ever
96, it's postseason.
Last night, the game really isn't that important. Last night, Tatum and Brown started 1 of 9.
Thank you.
It was their bad start was cushioned because Drew Holiday came out on the mission.
1,000%.
Yeah, 50-40-95. He's the first player in NBA history to ever do that for an entire postseason with a minimum of a certain number of games. But the point that we're making here, because Al Horford played an incredibly important role, and Peyton Pritchard does what he does better than anybody I've ever seen in my life, which is that one thing that he does.
Sam Hauser's knocking down shots.
Sam Hauser. Kristaps Porzingis set the tone for the entire series. This series, you can look back on it, you can say the better team was identified in the first game of this series, and it's because Porzingis completely dominated. So my point is, They played their role. Yes, they deserve this celebration, and that's why they're not just a champion, Monica. They are the best team in the sport, as they proved something that should have been obvious all along. Go ahead, Mon.
So
This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
we have two things to celebrate a team, right? Because the next thing we consume sports. Oh, they need to run. So-and-so needs to get an MVP. Why? To celebrate this team, it can't be a conversation of what needs to stand above the rest. Like, this was the ultimate example of a team. And
And not quite sure what just happened there, other than we do know that he spiked the football on first down. Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the third quarter, 2nd and 10. Kamara up the middle. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. We'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On play action, it's Carr. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
They run. It's Kamara. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
The ball on the 8. Still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7. A give. This is Kamara. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again.
Awesome. Looking
short. 2 yards there.
Themselves from their longtime nemesis, the Lakers, and win championship number 18.